Morning, Calvary. Yesterday we talked about angels and we talked about how Christ is greater, better than even those of the angels. Yesterday we showed two slides, one of two little cute little babies that a lot of people, when they think of angels, that's how they view them. We also showed the one of the warrior angel getting ready to do battle for the Lord. I think that warrior one was a little bit more what we see from the Bible. Maybe not looking like that, but more that warrior angel for the Lord. That cute, coddly, chubby little baby. I don't think so much that we get that from the Bible. Matter of fact, C.S. Lewis says in one of his books that it wasn't until really Raphael and those paintings of that time that people started to view angels as those cute, chubby little kids. And I think since then it's just gone down and down of how we view angels and what their role is. And I think it's important that we do have a biblical perspective of who angels are and what they look like, and what their function is. I think that as we read Ezekiel, we know clearly that Ezekiel does not describe an angel as being the one of a cute little baby. In fact, in Ezekiel 1, we see that, and from the mist came the likeness of four living creatures, and this was their appearance. They had a human likeness, but each had four faces, and each of them had four wings. Their legs were straight, and their soles of their feet were like sole of a calf's foot, and they sparkled like burnished bronze. That's nothing, four wings, four faces, nothing like what we see today. And every time, matter of fact, when you do see an encounter of an angel in the Bible, we always have the angel having to tell the person, hey, fear not. For I was sent by God to tell you something. I was sent by God to deliver you. Do not fear. I have a hard time believing that if the angel was some cute, chubby little kid, little angel, little baby angel, that they would have to say, fear not. And I think it's important that we make sure that that is our biblical perspective. Angels do many roles throughout the Bible, as we looked at yesterday. They are there. They do help protect us in times of need. But I believe the main purpose of God's angels are to deliver his message, as they did in the Old Testament and the New Testament throughout time. But I believe their main role is they help God in carrying out what he needs to be done to the earth. I think that they are there to protect us some now, but their next major big role will come in the final judgments on earth, where they will be strapped and ready for battle. So I think that as we look at that is highly important, that we know that those are the role of the angels, and not necessarily sitting on a cloud, playing a harp, just being there and just sitting there. I think that they have an active role. They have always had an active role, and that God will continue to have that active role with them. Kind of maybe a little controversy to a lot of people, but a lot of times now that we say that when a loved one has passed away, that, oh, well, that's okay because you now have a little angel watching over you. You now have an angel in heaven who's there for you. I'm sorry, but that is not a biblical perspective of an angel. For a human that has lived and died as a believer, they do not become an angel. They become a person in heaven who worships the Lord right there in heaven. For all the angels that ever will be created have already been created, and that is what they are there for. They have already been created, and they've already had their mission to serve the Lord. Now, I know that might not be a popular opinion, but I think it's just very important, especially now here in the 21st century, that as we view things from the Bible, that we have that biblical perspective of them. Angels are very, very key throughout the entire Bible, from Genesis to Revelations. And I think they should be stuff that we do discuss about them to make sure that we know the biblical perspective of them. And we must realize that while they are very useful, while they are very important, they have a role to play. And in that role, they are less than Christ. Jesus, the Son of God, is far better than even those of the angels. Have a good week, Calvary.